to give you all the answers you need. It's Get Answers with Zoom.
With Zoom.
I'm your host, Yoonji Kang. With the hot weather gone, our mornings and evenings are much breezier now. This is a time when you should take good care of your health, yes? I'm taking care of myself with Hemo Him. What about you all? We hope you are having another strong, confident day with ATOMY's reliable products. I'm looking forward to what our leaders have to say today about their practical know-hows for the ATOMY business. Let me introduce you to our panel today. It's everyone's dream, enjoying financial freedom in my 40s. It's ATOMY's handsome wannabe star, Crown Master Shi-hyuk Choi. Hello!
Hello. It's great to meet you all.
Providing sharp analysis of the ATOMY business. ATOMY's smart leadership. It's Royal Master Ga Young-yu. Hello!
Hi, it's great to be here.
Before we get started, how does it feel to be here? Would you like to begin, Crown Master Choi?
Just as I've always done, I'll do my very best to provide answers for you based on my experience for whatever question you ask.
I actually enjoy watching this series these days, and it's an honor to be on the program myself. I will do my very best to provide the best answers for you.
Then now let's get started. Get Answers with Zoom!
Zoom!
Here we go! Recruiting is an important part of the ATOMY business, but as someone who's recently started, this is very hard to do. How can I bring members into the business? This is a question we received.
First of all, before you begin recruiting, I think it is important to first assess your own status. If you choose to do ATOMY, will your life change? You must have the answer to this question ready. Once you've gained the confidence in yourself, your recruiting efforts will lead to positive results. But we don't just recruit anybody we don't know, right? There are connecting links you'd find in between. Through them, you can receive information on the prospective members and what it is that they need. To be aware of this information in advance means that you can present things with a focus on the person's specific needs. This, I believe, is an extremely effective method. Also, ATOMY has unlimited levels and unlimited accumulation, right? Let's say you know the lady who owns the fried chicken joint in your neighborhood. Above her is another lady who owns a fried chicken joint. She would be the one you'd ask for help. I think these connecting links serve as the know-how that enables us to grow our organization together, not just the individual skills you hold.
Especially in this untact era, you may not have such a sponsor yourself. What should you do then? You can find the right people within the system managed by the headquarters. Then what? Once you do, you can carry out recruiting as a joint effort, and I believe this will lead to greater results. To add a few more words, this person mentioned that he or she is new to the business. Honestly, it isn't going to be easy. Even for me, when I'm out recruiting, I don't always get the results I want. If I was able to recruit every single person I intended to recruit, I'd be an Imperial Master now, not a Crown Master. In the end, recruiting is a difficult job even to those with lots of experience. In such cases, any information you say about ATOMY would just be nagging to that person, no matter what you say.
Even when it's the same information?
Yes. What should you do then? Instead of trying to recruit that person yourself, you'd provide the information to your sponsor. If you pursue recruiting in a much more deliberate manner through your sponsor, this will lead to much better results.
So, think of the headquarters as your third sponsor. Next question. When I listen to success stories, they would say I succeeded by replicating myself. What do they mean here by replicating myself? And how do you do this? These were the questions asked.
When I received this question, I looked up what replicate means in the dictionary. Replicate is the action of using someone or something as a model. Just as our chairman mentioned, it is important to have a good original. But honestly, I don't like those who are like me very much.
But you make a great original.
I'd rather have my partner be much smarter than I am, more active than I am, and more extroverted than I am. But here, the term replicate isn't used to create someone who's exactly like me. That's not what's intended here. The replicate we refer to is to share the same direction within the system and to move together towards a shared goal. That, I believe, is what we mean by replicate. To have ourselves join the system and then to bring our partners into the system. Furthermore, to learn whatever it is that we have to learn from within that system. This is what I think of as replicate.
What about you, Crown Master Choi?
That was exactly what I wanted to say. I don't think I have to duplicate myself.
Aren't you both being too modest?
Would you rather have me or Imperial Master Dukwoo Lee under you? Or Imperial Master Sungil Kim?
I'd like to have them all.
But it turns out that it's hard to find those people. So instead of trying to force strangers to be like myself, the better solution would be to replicate myself in people who are already within the ATOMY system. In the end, it's the quality that should be replicated. That is the role I hold as a leader. It's about replicating how you grow within the headquarters system by utilizing that system. Then, the key is in how replication takes place. There can be lots of ways, but I believe simple is the way to go.
Yes, you can't replicate something that is difficult to do.
If it's too hard, we can't follow. You'll find lots of options for educating yourself on this and that, but in the end, replication is impossible if it's too hard to do. So this is what I tell them. Use it. Look into it. Try it. It's 3 simple things. But to explain in detail, you have this 8 steps to success. Whether you're doing things the right way or not can be evaluated by the 8 core. In the end, the answer to replication is in keeping it simple.
Here's the next question. I have a partner who is active in the business just below me with a rather stubborn work style. And it's making it quite difficult. What can I do? That was the question.
I do not believe having smart people is what our work is about, but it is about achieving our work through teamwork. I think of our system as the compass, without which we would be lost, without direction out in the vast open waters. Yes, there may be someone with particularly remarkable talent, but without a clear direction, it is only natural to be lost and simply drift about. If this partner is stubborn and only does things his own way without listening to advice, and if this person does not give up the business, he will inevitably end up back where he started after going through circles of failure. But he would waste a lot of time and lose many people in the process. As a sponsor, that's not something I want to happen, nor is it something I suggest. As for the sponsor who asked this question, I believe it's your responsibility to teach your partner well to prevent them from making such mistakes.
What should we do if our partner does not follow along even after that?
If your partner doesn't follow suit even after you make this effort, there's nothing else to do but wait. But I believe the right thing to do is to not give up and to continue the same effort.
I'm curious as to what Crown Master Shihak Choi will say.
To someone you're close with, whatever you say will just be nagging. Especially in the case of
That's
a partner
true.
directly below you, chances are it hasn't been long since he or she has begun the business with you. But let's say you're trying to invite this person into the system by way of providing advice or similar efforts. This could actually be detrimental to the relationship between the two of you. ATOMY is, without question, a business of relationships. If the relationship you have with your partner goes wrong, your business too will flow towards a negative direction. In such cases, instead of trying to get the partner directly below you to join the system, it is best to inform your sponsor, your successful sponsor, of the situation and ask for advice. Your partner may not listen to you, but he or she might listen to what your sponsor has to say. So I do think it would be far more effective to rely on your sponsor's help.
This time, we're going to take a question in person. Hello there.
Hi, I'm Diamond Master Minji Lee, currently pursuing a business in Daegu.
What question do you have for us?
I'm trying to achieve and maintain my title as sales master, and I've quite enjoyed the business I've pursued so far. But having become a Diamond Master, I'm realizing that managing an organization is much harder than I expected it to be. I'm curious as to how you, as leaders, have managed your organization so far.
I do not believe there are fixed rules on how to manage an organization. Let's say organization management is something you have to do. I've got my partners totally under my control. It's me who manages them. I'd suggest you let go of such ideas. Being on your feet out in the field alongside your consumers and partners is how you can manage your organization. So don't feel too much pressure. Do what you are good at. As for the parts you are unsure of, seek the advice of your sponsor. In pursuing the matters for your organization, If so, I don't think you'll face any significant issues on your growth.
Which part about organization management did you find to be difficult?
To be honest, I'm actually young despite my rather aged face.
But you
Most
look
of
so
my
young.
partners are on the older side of the fence. Since I'm significantly younger, I want to provide them a clear vision, but I'm not sure if the vision I provide is good enough for them to follow. I find myself lacking in confidence in that aspect. I'm wondering if age is the only factor here or if there's something else.
The way I see it, the worries you have are unnecessary. Since you're the one who started first, you're the upper line. Based on the countless hours of training you've gone through so far, I believe you are qualified to train and teach them. ATOMY is actually prepared with lots of systems that can support your business. That is why establishing consumers is quite an enjoyable work to do. The problem is having to make a team. You need contractors, and you feel that you should all share the same direction. You're trying to make one collective voice, and you find this hard to do. But I find these two to be unnecessary concerns. There is a unified system. You're the one who has entered the system first. Then there are those who don't know about this yet, but who want to succeed. In a way, the only thing that you need to do is lead them to the system. As for how the replication occurs, how the organization continues to be established, and how to support, encourage, and console your sponsors, I think you've already done all that within the system. You're someone who is both young and beautiful in your role, compared to those who are far older than you are. You'd be much more familiar with web-related aspects, and I believe that can be a tremendous encouragement for the rest. Be confident in the fact that you are an upline sponsor who can help them. And with that, push forward. I believe you will do a great job.
Did this help you answer your question?
Yes, you gave me a perfect answer. I will pursue my business from now on with confidence in myself so that we can achieve a great teamwork together. Thank you.
Thank you. I wish you the best. Here's the next question. The sponsor should be responsible for one of the lines. There are many sayings like this regarding lines. I'm curious about what is the proper business practice in binary marketing. This is the question we received.
Given the principle of the marketing plan, ATOMY's binary marketing is created to have two lines. Then, who should be responsible for the lines? And what happens when they fail? Who should you blame? Despite the fact this is your business, you've left it in the hands of your sponsor. ATOMY undeniably implements a binary marketing strategy with two lines. This is something you should be fully aware of before you begin. But then, there are those who have just begun, and they might feel considerable pressure thinking that they need to work both sides. In such cases, it's a matter of apples and oranges. Perhaps your contacts can be split 5 to 5, 6 to 4, or maybe even 3 to 7. Whatever the ratio, you're in it together. In the end, what's important is whether you can run for it together or not. But I do think that both lines are your responsibility from start to finish.
As for me, I think this is an issue that arises in a team that tries to push things too hastily. My sponsor should be responsible for one of my lines. If you flip this, you end up with the idea that you'd never earn anything unless your sponsor helps you, right? Is your fate determined by your sponsor? I myself have tremendous respect for my sponsors. However, I have no intention of leaving my fate in their hands. On one side, I've got a line with an Imperial Master. What could I possibly sponsor to that side? What if you look at the contents of the month-long lectures my husband and I gave together? You'd notice that we gave far more lectures to our bigger leg. The reason why we do that is because ATOMY comes in two lines, and the lines are under my organization. So we try to make time to give our best efforts in what we're responsible for. ATOMY Business is about maintaining the balance in its binary marketing.
The next question is from Mexico. ATOMY is no doubt global, isn't it? Hola!
Hola!
Hola! One of my partners is making very eager efforts for promotion in Mexico. This partner has asked for my help in this, but I myself have only recently begun the business, so I'm not sure on how to do it exactly. What advice do you give when your partners try out for a mastership?
If you can't help out, I can always take this person.
Great!
I think the word help here holds a variety of meanings. Trying out for a mastership isn't just about getting the 2.5 million PVs in 5 days. It's not about using my card. You should always close with someone else's card that was offered voluntarily. So you'd have to meet countless people on your list. You deliver products and try to create new members. And in this process, you'd experience rejections and failures. But this process itself becomes a huge asset and experience for you, right? You might ask about how long you'd have to work for, but that's not what working for a long time is about. Being there on the field by your partner's side, when he or she has finally reached Sales Master, is what I believe to be the best replication and the best sponsorship there is.
Since this person has only begun recently, I think the overwhelming feeling would be fear and not feeling blessed. If so, always remember this. I'll take care of everything. I can handle anything and everything. If that's what you think, it will be endlessly difficult and scary for you. You may lack experience, but if you seek the various advice of the sponsors who've taken the path of success before you, I believe you'll find the answer to how you need to go about things. That is why, of the 8 steps to success, I believe the best step is the 7th one, consultation.
Exactly. It's about searching for the solution.
Get answers with Zoom.
Oh, Zoom.
Zoom? Is it a sequence? So we took some time to answer some questions you had for us. What did you think?
I think the questions we got are indeed the hardest aspects faced by our new contractors. So it was a great chance for me as well to think about my partners.
I think it was very beneficial that we got to give out various types of information, so I'm quite glad.
I'd like to thank our 2 leaders for the generous answers you provided us. Next time, we'll be back to provide even better answers to your questions. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.